go, bro. Come on. Let's go. It's been a minute, bro. It's actually been a minute. It's actually been a minute, bro. It's been a fat minute. Horror music. Get out of here. Let's go. Gotta roll that here. Alright, bro. So for people to get up in here. Get up in here. Oh my gosh, bro, it's been such a long time, I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, we got this angle right here. So hold up, I wanna see something. Well, what is happening? Okay. How to use your phone as a webcam. Using phone link Windows setup. Ensure your Android phone and Windows PC 11 are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Install the link to Windows app. Install the link to Windows app.
Zing. Guess. Check what time it is.
6:08.
Wait, what?
There's no way you just came in here to try to say that.
I did. I didn't even know you were starting it.
Okay, well now you do.
How much views?
None so far. Hold on. I need to. Okay, hold on. Give me a sec, chat. Give me a sec. Install what? Link to Windows. Link to Windows. Okay. I'm downloading it, chat. I'm downloading it. See ya. See ya. See ya. Alright. Hold up, chat. Yo, chill. Hey, that's better. That's better, chat. Let's be honest, bro. This is better. Don't put that, my bad. Okay. Open phone app link and connect open phone link app on your PC. Oh wait. Phone link app on your PC. And follow prompts. Phone link app. Phone link. Hold up, what? Do I do? Is this worth it? I don't even know if this is worth it or not. Gosh, my hair's shuffling now. Hold on, wait, I need to add a text real quick.
my gosh, that's huge. Pause.
Yo, bro, like, where's the views at, bro? Dude, yeah, we're not downloading this. Yeah, we're not downloading that, or that, or that. It's way too big. Alright, there we go. Why did I fall off? Check, does anybody know why I fell off? Yo, bro. Hold up, chat. My bad. Just gotta do something. All right.
Biggest sports, movies, and shows. Are you ready?
Most painful gym deaths ever. Most painful gym deaths ever. Let's get into it.
Barbell incident.
The barbell incident.
It was the early hours of a Tuesday morning in St. Charles, Missouri. The gym was entirely silent, and it was the kind of silent that only came when the world outside was asleep. At around 2:50 a.m., a young 23-year-old woman would be the only one in the gym finishing what should have been just another workout. She was a paramedic, the kind of
Who goes to the gym at 2:30? I think the earliest I'd go to the gym at ever, like 5 o'clock, 5 or 6. All right. Ban whoever's spamming 6-7.
person used to helping people, saving lives, and bringing the injured to safety. The woman would step into a Smith machine and rack weight onto its barbell, and then she began squatting it.
Huh? I don't really feel like it. Okay. Alright, do you mind shutting the door? Oh. Love that shopping rack. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay.
The only issue was that the weight was too much for her. In the middle of her set, she began struggling. She tried hard to re-rack the weight, but no matter how hard she pushed, the bar wouldn't go up. Then, in an instant, her legs gave out. She lost balance and the heavy bar dropped with no spotter to catch it. The machine pinned her down, trapping her beneath the crushing weight.
Isn't there... Wait. Yo, chat. And correct me if I'm wrong. Every gym is supposed to have these safety things when you're squatting, where if you can't do it, you drop down and catch the bar. Right? Am I right? I don't know. I don't know if that's every gym, but every single gym that I went to.
And unfortunately, since she was the only one in the gym, nobody was around to hear or see her struggle. For nearly half an hour, she laid pinned and crushed under the pressure of the weight before another gym member finally walked in and found her. But by then, it was already too late. The member tried to help and called 911, but by the time paramedics arrived, they couldn't do anything for her. Her co-workers at the Christian hospital remembered her as vibrant, full of energy, and always lighting up the room with her smile. But that promise, that brightness, was extinguished in a freak accident that lasted only seconds, even in a place meant for health and strength.
Getting crushed has to be the worst, honestly, if you get, getting crushed has to be, the worst, almost the worst way to go. I think we can all agree on that. Getting, crushed to death, especially if you're just laying like that, something heavy's on you, but it takes such a long time for you to die. That's gotta be, one of the worst things ever. That actually has to be one of the worst things ever. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie.
Danger can hide in plain sight. If you're lifting heavy weights, always remember to bring a partner. There's been a number of times where I've gotten trapped underneath weight without a spotter, but I was fortunate enough to have friendly passerbys help me out. So even if you don't have a partner to work out with, try to work out when the gym is active and has other people in it. May this woman's soul rest in peace. The leg press incident. 8 years ago, in Vadodara, India, a middle-aged man walked inside of a gym for what should have been a normal workout. He moved from one exercise to another until he finally settled in front of the leg press machine. A piece
I
of
already know what's gonna happen. I already know what's gonna happen, bro. I can just see it. I can just envision it. His legs are gonna just bend up or down the way they're not supposed to bend. I can already see it, bro. That sucks. I've seen videos like that, bro. It's bad. It's very bad. I'm scared of this machine. Every time I go to the gym, I just remember that incident. Alright, my bad.
equipment built to test and improve raw lower body strength. The man began racking weight onto the machine until it was fully loaded with plates stacked heavy on both sides. Ahmad climbed in, positioned his back against the pad, and began pressing. At first, everything seemed fine. Surprisingly, as his legs pushed the machine, the estimated 1,000 to 1,400 pounds he was leg pressing actually moved.
1,000? That's insane. Is that a lot for leg press? I rarely do leg press. Whenever I do a few plates. But I feel like that's, like, is that a lot? Like, a lot? Like, what's the Oh, whoops, I spelled that wrong. What's the world record for most... Wait, what's the world record for the heaviest leg press? Oh, that's a lot. Okay. 1,120. William Cannon. Wow. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
But then came the moment of truth, re-racking the load. He tried to lock the machine and began struggling. In an instant, his legs buckled. The massive weight came crashing down, snapping his left leg backwards with a sickening crack. The gym floor filled with screams as people rushed toward the mangled machine, the horror of the injury plain for everyone to see. But, by some miracle, the man survived. Nonetheless, the leg press still had done its damage. It had left him with a horrible, gruesome injury, and a lesson that would haunt him forever. Don't ego lift. It's not worth your legs. The shake incident. It was the end of New Year's Eve in Wales. An aspiring musician and fitness enthusiast had completed his day and decided to finish the night off by preparing a protein shake to drink. As you could guess, this was something he had done countless times before, but this time he would try something new, because after all, it was New Year's. His friend recommended that he add a specific powder into his shake, and excited to test it out, the man put a teaspoon of the powder into his drink, blended it, and began drinking it. And then, nothing happened. The drink was just a little bitter, and so he sent a text message to his friend complaining about its taste, but other than that, he was fine. Then the man went to sleep to end his night. Unfortunately, he wouldn't live to see the next morning. You see, the powder the man put in his protein shake was just caffeine. But it wasn't the regulated kind that you'd find in your Starbucks coffee. It was pure, raw caffeine. He only put just a teaspoon of it into his drink, which doesn't necessarily sound that bad. That is, until you realize that one of those teaspoons was equivalent to 70 cans of Red Bull, and he just gulped it.
Holy crap! One of these of a pure caffeine is equivalent to 70 Red Bulls. Wow.
Down in one sitting. The man shot up awake in a cold sweat. Almost immediately, his body began revolting. His heart was pounding violently, his vision became blurry, and his chest began constricting as if an anaconda was wrapped around him. He raced to the bathroom and began vomiting. His system had been overloaded with a stimulant so powerful that there was essentially nothing that could be done to stop it.
Soak up the sun, rinse and repeat. Coming in looking like the VIP. Living my...
Within seconds, he collapsed to the ground, hitting his head on the floor and going into cardiac arrest. Later on in the morning, his parents would find him cold on the floor and fall into a panic. They called 911 and paramedics rushed to his home, but there was nothing they could do. The cause of the tragedy was later revealed to be the simplicity of one mistake. The scoop he used to measure the caffeine powder was actually meant for protein, not for a fine, potent stimulant. This incident sparked up a huge controversy over the ethics of making something this dangerous as accessible as it was. Many argued that powders like these shouldn't be sold on shelves if such a tiny mistake could come with such a costly consequence. The death grip incident. The death grip is a risky form of holding a barbell. When you pick up the weight for bench press, instead of wrapping your thumb around the bar and securing it in place, some gym goers remove their thumbs and place them to the side. People say that this way of bench pressing helps them focus on pushing the weight more. Others claim that it makes their triceps active.
I've done that before. And it's actually a good workout, but do not put too much weight on the bar, or else it's gonna slip and crush you. That's probably what's gonna happen right here. I don't know.
Nonetheless, it's a stylistic way of benching that is extremely dangerous. And on a Monday, at a gym in Ankeny, Iowa, a 22-year-old student at Iowa State University would find this out the hard way. The weights clanged, the music thumped, and lifters pushed themselves through the grind. For this young man, the bench press was just another part of his normal routine. It was something that he had done countless times before. That day, he made sure to fully load the bar to 315 pounds in an attempt to beat his PR max. With the plates 3 on each side, this was the kind of weight that demands respect. The man laid back and gripped the bar, but in order to really focus on doing his absolute best in this bench press, he switched his normal grip to a death grip, then unracked it. He took a deep breath, and for a moment, everything seemed normal. But before he could even attempt to bench the weight, in an instant, his grip gave way. The barbell slipped from his hands. The full 315 pounds came crashing down across his jaw, neck, and chest with unstoppable force. The sound echoed through the gym as lifters rushed toward him. Massive internal injuries were already done. His spotter and bystanders fought to pull the bar off, but the damage was irreversible. The man was rushed to the hospital, but despite everything doctors tried, he passed away from his injuries. His coach later said, "He was lifting weights, something I did with him 1,000 times." But that's the cruel truth of the bench press. It doesn't take...
Now this story, I'm never gonna do that again. Ever. I'm never doing that again. Unless it's like, not a lot. But if I'm going for a PR max, or a PR, I'm not doing that.
Take recklessness, only a second of misfortune. I hit the gym frequently, and I won't lie, I usually find myself using a death grip whenever I'm doing bench press. But the truth is, no lift is worth your life. Always use a safe grip, have a spotter, and never gamble with 300 pounds of steel. The gym should build you up, not bury you. May this man's soul rest in peace. The dumbbell incident. It was a late
Nightmare fuel. What is this one going to be about? Ugh.
evening inside a small gym in Medapally, Telangana. The clients had finished their training, the weights were racked, and the silence was broken only by the clink of iron as a 34-year-old trainer and owner cleaned up his facility. But then, out of nowhere, the calm was shattered. 3 men walked into the facility, and for some odd reason, an argument broke about between the 2 parties. As the feud reached a boiling point, without warning, one of the men grabbed a heavy dumbbell and drove it into his face, instantly obliterating the man's head. The men began smashing the trainer's body with dumbbells, striking his chest.
Oh my god. Yo, what? Why? For what? I want to know what they were arguing about. Hold up, chat. Hold up. Alright, my bad. Yo, that's cool, dude. What?
Again and again, with each blow being more devastating than the last. The trainer's body was left on the ground, and the place that he had once built to help people improve their bodies and strength now became his final battleground. The assailants fled immediately after, but luckily they were caught by the gym's security camera as they disappeared into the night. The man was rushed to a nearby hospital, but the injuries were too severe. Doctors fought to save him, but he succumbed during treatment. Investigators believe the motive may have been personal, a suspected love affair or twisted grudge. Something definitely not worth a human life. The tanning incident. On a quiet Friday evening, a 39-year-old Indianapolis man walked into a Planet Fitness on Hardigan Street. He checked in, went about his routine, and got ready to leave after finishing everything he needed to finish. But before he left, he decided to make a quick stop in the gym's tanning bed to give his skin a nice finish. It was quick. The man hopped into the tanning bed and was blasted by tanning lights for 10 minutes, left the gym, went back home, and slept happily ever after.
Okay.
Except that's not what happened. You see, the man's car was left parked in the gym's lot. It never left. And his family became extremely worried when he didn't return home for a day.
Please don't tell me he got burned.
One day turned into 3 days, and before you knew it, the truth finally came out. The man struggled with an addiction that I can't mention on YouTube. It's speculated that the man had consumed some of the substance before slipping into the tanning bed. And while the machine tanned his skin, he quickly realized that he had consumed too much of the illegal substance. He began convulsing while trying to escape the tanning bed, but it would be to no avail. For 3 whole days, the man would remain stuck inside with his body trapping the energy from the device's UV lights, causing him to become disfigured. Finally, a staff member of the Planet Fitness discovered his body locked inside of the tanning bed. He had been there since Friday, alone, silent, and hidden in plain sight. Authorities were immediately called when they found him, and by the time police and investigators pieced it together, questions were everywhere. Why did it take so long for someone to find him? Why did no alarms go off? And was it really just the substance he consumed that caused him to become...
I think that whenever, like, it's time to close the place, they should check those. Do they not check those? Like, what? No.
I'm stuck in the tanning bed? His mother later confirmed he had been struggling with an addiction, but she still remembered him as the kindest person with the softest heart. The gym is where you shape yourself into the best version of who you can be. It's a place that builds not only strength, but also health and happiness. But none of that matters without safety. Safety always comes first. Train with a spotter when you can, pay attention to your muscles and joints if they warn you to slow down, and never load more weight than you're truly ready to handle. With that being said, have a happy day.
Wow, bro. Alright, well, if you guys enjoyed that video, let me know. YouTube is gonna pick a video that you might like on the screen right now. Have a good night, good day, good evening, good morning, whatever you're gonna have. And yeah, I'll see you guys. Peace out.